Hello, this is Greg Sharp with First Shoreline Property Management. Here's another installment on how to manage your property better. Today's topic is tenant eviction. What do you do when your tenant stops paying rent? It's generally not good for anybody when that happens, especially your cash flow, which is the whole reason you're a property owner. The first thing to do in California is to send a 3-day notice to the tenant. This is something that needs to be done according to the laws, because if you don't send the proper notice, the tenant can then argue that that notice was not given properly, and they can start the whole process all over again because the judge says in court, you didn't notice properly, therefore there was no effective notice given. This is very critical that the paperwork is taken care of precisely. A lot of owners that do not understand California laws or even U.S. laws end up making the mistake they can just cut corners and do a quick 3-day notice. They find out they're not compliant, and after 3 months of an eviction, they find out that they can't evict the tenant because they didn't give proper notice to start the clock ticking. It's very important to have your paperwork in order. This notice does have to be posted on the property or delivered in person, but generally we'll opt for posting because it's one we can take a picture of the property and verify that the post was made for the 3-day notice. There are several attorneys that we use, depending on the area of where the property is located, that have specific knowledge and connection with the courts, that when it comes time to evict and go through the eviction process, if it gets that far, then we know exactly what's going to happen. You've got to do it right the first time, because if you don't do it right, your ability to recover rent is diminishing day by day. So quick action is very important. And once the tenant's evicted or they leave, frequently they have property that's left behind. It's called chattel. That's the technical name for their stuff. And that has to be disposed of properly, otherwise you're liable for any losses they say you might have had. And that's how you take care of your property when you've got a tenant that needs to be evicted, and we'll take care of it for you as a property manager. This is Greg Sharp with First Shoreline Property Management.